Well, this won't come as a surprise to Queenslanders. The state has just been named the crime capital of Australia. As the crisis escalates, a group of fed-up residents are now taking matters into their own hands. The group, called Voice for Victims, is calling for zero tolerance for repeat offenders, and they're taking it all the way to state parliament. Joining us now for more is anti-crime advocate Ben Cannon in Brisbane, who in 2021 came to the rescue of former rugby star Todai Kefu and his family during a violent home invasion. He's well known to our audience and we welcome him to the show. Ben, good morning to you. What has brought you to this frustrated point?
Karl, I think the constant sort of asking and not being listened to. I'm sort of 2 years into our journey as a victim, and there's not much has changed. You know, there's been a lot of rhetoric, a lot of sort of picking at the edges, but no real action. So as a group, there's a lot of people like me out there that have said, you know, we're going to stand up. We're going to make lots of noise, and we're going to make sure that the government listens.
Let me tell you, it's not just your state. This is spreading. It's getting worse. I mean, we saw this home invasion in Victoria as well. At some point, someone needs to lead across this country, and it may as well be Queensland. You're going to state parliament. What's the plan when you get there?
Well, I think what COVID taught us, Karl, is politicians can make quick decisions and enforce those on us. And we have to just toe the line and listen. We want the same level of action and response. We would love for this Sunday night for Anastasia to come out and, just like she did in COVID, tell us exactly how it's going to be going forward. What we want to see is young people under 18 unable to access knives and weapons, even look-alike replica weapons. You know, we want to see victims put first. The system's too far geared towards the responsibilities and the care for the criminals, and the victims are, you know, they become the face of crime, but are the forgotten piece. We want to also see the whole juvenile justice system reworked. It is not working. You know, the numbers tell us that. The tone in the community tells us that. Like, so to stand up and say that everything's okay, it's just a further slap in the face for those that have been affected by it. So we would love Anastasia to take that decision.
All right, finally, you've been out the front of this now for some time, on our show many times, and I always appreciate it. But is there any appetite for listening? Have you had any consultation? Is there any to and fro? Is there any dialogue? Is there anything happening at all that points to us moving towards some kind of solution?
We don't see it, Karl. The sitting parliament doesn't seem to want to have meetings with us, and when they do, they're often behind closed doors, so they can tell us how good things are. Ultimately, we really don't need meetings. We don't need royal commissions. We need action. It's not. You know, they say it's a complicated problem, but the reality of it is there's this 20% or near on that. I think their numbers are 17% of these recidive offenders that are causing the most harm. You know, we need a different set of rules for them because they're using a different set of rules than we are in the community.
Yeah. Good on you, Benny. Good to see you, mate. Thank you.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my God, Karl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports and amazing Aussie stories.
And Karl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.